Good morning and afternoon, evening, what have you. Again, my name is Randy, aka Fat Guy Drayton. Just figured I'd let you know today we're cooking with pork. This is a pork tenderloin that I've cut up into, like, I think, bits and pieces. Not sure what we're going to make with it, but hey, whatever it is, I'm sure it'll taste good. Okay, first off, for a marinade for our pork, we're going to be using homemade salsa, which I will teach you how to make later in the month, and some sweet chili sauce. Now, what you do is take about that much, I think that's about half a cup of salsa. Crack that bastard open. Smell. Doesn't that smell good? Yes, it does. Okay. Now, for the salsa, it has kind of a smoky flavor, so I'm thinking we may do like a barbecue chili pork kind of thing. I don't know. But we're going to let this marinate for 24 hours. And then just kind of crack this bottle of sweet chili sauce open right here. And just kind of pour it on in at your leisure. I learned that word from BBC America, leisure. It means leisure, only it's a fancy way of saying it. I've never really been one for fancy things, but, you know, that's just me. Anyway, and then to mix up this marinade, just kind of play with it, kind of like, you know, yeah, that's just wrong. Anyway, okay, so, then what you do is take your pork coins, you just kind of drop them in there until they're completely covered, or until there's no more room left. Let's see here. It's a good piece right there. So look at that. It's pork. Pork. I love pork. I love pig. Pig's good eating. Well, that isn't this kind with the shiny lights that go woo woo. At which point you don't want to eat those. That's considered cannibalism, and that's bad. I found that out from watching The World's Dumbest Criminals. Not a personal experience. Anyway, so then we take our pork and we just kind of, you know, put a few pieces in, seal up the bag. And you want to make sure all the air, or as much of the air as you can, is out of the bag. Me, I use Ziploc bags because, frankly, you know, you can do this shit with them and they don't leak. Anyway, so then you just kind of massage your pork, massage it in there, get it all nice and happy, you know, and then you put it back in the fridge. And give me a sec, I gotta wash my hands real quick because I was just handling raw pork. I like pork. Pork is one of my favorite meat groups. It's my favorite food group, is pork. I love pork. Pork rocks. And basically, you know, you can use pretty much anything as a marinade. Anything from liquid smoke to olive oil to herbs and spices with water. I mean, you know, it just depends on what your flavor is, on how hot on how spicy you like it. Me, I like my stuff really spicy, so you can kind of see some ghost pepper flecks in there. Right there and right there. Yeah, that's gonna cook up real spicy. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook it on an indoor grill. So I'm thinking we're making grilled pork, sweet sauce. Also, you don't have to use a homemade salsa. You can use any kind of salsa or anything that says marinade. Even stuff that doesn't say marinade. Like me, when I make carne asada, I marinate it in red wine vinegar. That's all I use. That and a little bit, that and just a pinch of cumin. But, you know, or as a friend of mine likes to call it, cummins, which I don't understand because that's just messed up. Anyway, yeah, this show's a little bit of adult themed, but at the same time, it gives you some good healthy cooking recipes. And there we have our marinated pork. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Anyway, I'll see you when it's done marinating. And basically what we're going to have with that pork is we're going to have some form of, I think it's a spinach Caesar salad. And it's really simple, really easy. The only thing that really makes it a Caesar salad is the dressing. But it's good for you. And, well, I'm no doctor, but, you know, I think it's good for you because it tastes good. But, here, let me sound like a total jackass. Yes. All right. Now, we're almost ready to do the salad part of the meal, because I haven't quite started cooking the pork yet, but We're going to do that in about, it'll take, the whole process takes roughly about 8 hours. What I like to do is I like to freeze the pork, you know, with the marinade in it. Usually that's the way I do it. So as you can see, it's in my freezer. Check it out. Yeah, just in case you've ever wondered what a fat guy's freezer looks like, that's it right there, kids. That is a fat man's freezer right there, by golly. Yeah, that stuff's nasty. Anyway, but yeah, basically that's the marinade, and as you can see, it's starting to congeal. It's starting to get kind of hard and crusty, and you don't want it to get completely frozen, because if it gets completely frozen, that's kind of a bad thing, you know. If it gets completely frozen, then you gotta wait for it to thaw out, blah blah blah. I just use the freezer because as the meat cools, as things cool, they tend to tighten up, you know. It's kind of like when you get cold and your skin gets really tight. Same thing. That's the theory that I use for marinating. Mind you, I have no scientific proof that this actually works, but for some reason, my food in my building is like it. So, basically, in a nutshell, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be having pulled pork with, or not pulled pork, sorry, marinated grilled pork steaks with a Caesar dressing with a light, you know, with a Caesar salad. Okay, and we're back. As you can see, I'm putting the pork on the grill, and it's going to be awesomeness. There we go. Just kind of lay those little medallions down right there. Okay, there we go. Get that little guy right there. Put him right there. Perfect. You see how the marinade kind of sticks to the meat? Looks beautiful. Just kind of pull the meat out of the marinade after it's been sitting in there for about 8.5 hours. And we just kind of take it and put it on the grill. Close the grill. There we go, grill's closed. And then we wait about 6 or 7 minutes for it to get done. And it's going to be awesome. There's going to be some good pork medallions. Sweet. Alright, and we're back. I forgot I was going to make salad, but for the salad we usually use like some form of leafy greens. Occasionally I'll make like a mayonnaise-based salad, like a macaroni salad or a potato salad, but today we're going to have spinach. And spinach is awesome. It's full of nutrients and good stuff, and you're just going to love it. It's going to be awesome. But how we make this spinach salad is we basically, you know, we grab it and we kind of crinkle it like that. We just crumble it up like that. And we just kind of take it and spread it on our plate like so after we get done crumpling it. And I call this hand wilting. Basically, because if you look at it, it looks wilted there. Here, it looks absolutely beautiful and leafy. Okay, so now that we're done hand wilting it, and just kind of beating the shit out of it, so to speak. It looks like a yellowfinch warbler. I'm gonna beat the shit out of it. Yes, okay. Alright, so basically, sorry, that was Joe Cartoon. So then what we do is take a little bit more salad, because I'm diabetic, and I don't know about y'all, but yeah, that's why I kind of like, you know, lots of leafy greens. And then magically a big old bag of cheese appears. And you just take the cheese and sprinkle it atop the thing. I mean, I use a cheddar Mexican blend that I buy, that my mom gets at Costco, oddly enough. So for those of you who can't afford a Costco card, real simple, just go to your store, go to your local store, get the big ass bag of cheese. And there we have a cheesy Caesar salad, sans dressing. Wouldn't you know it, our pork medallions are almost done. About the time I'm ready to put the dressing on top of the Caesar salad. Today I'm using a store-bought dressing. It's not necessarily what I would call diabetic friendly, but it tastes good, and that's what's important is taste. And health, of course, but today I've eaten hardly anything, so I think, you know, some creamy Caesar dressing ought to do me good that's not light. On top of that, I didn't really have time to make my own Caesar dressing, so, you know, it's just kind of the way I roll. Anyway, and there we go. And then we take, so you can see, you know, it's gotten all nice and happy. And we take the dressing, crack the lid. Oh, shoot, forgot to shake it down. Right here. And crack the lid on that. And we just kind of, yeah, you can kind of tell by the bottle what kind it is. Unfortunately, I'm not sure the copyright laws on food, so I don't want to get sued, so I'm not going to say what it is. But it rhymes with hens. Really good. It's the best Caesar dressing on the planet, in my opinion, and I love the stuff. Anyway, and there we have grilled pork medallions with creamy Caesar salad. And that, my friends, is Fat Eye for the Skinny Guy, with me, your local fat kid, Randy Drayden Parsons.